bag chasers? It's me again for the weekly portfolio update. Reckless Ray Dinero. We've added the Dinero to the end. Thanks for seeing your little podcast. He added that. I'm keeping it. First off, I want to say what's good to the bag chasers. Obviously, you guys will be getting this first. If you are not a bag chaser, there is a link to the Patreon in the description. It is not my Patreon. It is Anton Daniels' Patreon. So shout out to Anton for putting together an incubation slash networking space that spurred me consistently doing this podcast update. So, you know, I would suggest getting in there. There's a lot of really good information passing around, a lot of really great conversations happening, really great people, really great connections. So that's my spiel on that. We're going to get into it. So this week, looking at the top 10, we will look down here. We had like a little bit of weekend action happening, so there's like a lot more green on here than there was earlier in the week. Didn't do any buying this week. It's next week. Next week's payday. And since my income has taken a hit within the market, having to shuffle some stuff around, the money's coming in slower. So, with that said, we're just following the original plan of when the paycheck money gets in, we come into the market. So this week, we just kind of rode some waves. I didn't shift anything around, didn't see a need to. It was pretty much bear market stuff, boring and not very interesting. Got a little bit of pump towards the end of this weekend, but the positions are pretty much what they were at last week. So, what have I been doing in the meantime? Because, I'm not just sitting on my hands with my portfolio, because if you're not active, then you're probably losing money. So, what we're doing is looking at moving towards next year and, how we're going to shift this towards the end of this year to get positioned for next year. I'm looking at some other income opportunities that don't seem super horrible. So, what I've still got that's producing right now is my OHM/ETH position, the staked LP on Convex. So I've been doing some more research over there because, generally speaking, it's, as far as if you're involved in DeFi, in my opinion, it's one of the, between there and Curve, those are the best platforms. So what I can get there, I know is sustainable, and I'm trying to do much less crazy stuff. So we're looking at sustainability now, and we're looking at long haul plays. So with that said, we're looking over here. I found another pool on Convex that's doing about roundabouts 100% APY, which I'm like, that could kick off some decent gains. It's a triple coin liquidity pool. So there's 3 coins in it versus 2, so you're splitting it into thirds, which adds a little bit more complexity, but it also eliminates a lot of volatility. So with that said, I'm looking at doing a position in here to kind of kick off some more income in the space, because this is sitting at or above. It's floats around 100%. So right now it's sitting at 92.75, which, as we can see, this is live as of the recording of this video, which is being done on Sunday, October 23rd. So the reason I'm looking at this is because it's floating around 100%, which there's going to be some risk involved, but it's 2 coins that aren't moving a whole lot, and then a stable coin. So for me, that'll give me some options to do something with. I'll be able to sit the money in there for a little bit and not have to worry about it as much as some of my other positions. I'm still rocking with if we go back and look at the all pools here. So if we go back and pull up all the pools, I'm still got my ETH and staked ETH pool for Lido, which is doing okay. I mean, this is just creepishly slow money, so it's a good holding spot. while we're holding ETH, waiting for the run up on that because we're getting something out of it, but it's just not great. So what we're looking at is like I've got that position. I might pull an ether, a 1 ETH out of that because I wasn't originally intending on having everything sitting over in there, and I might use that to do my startup fund next week for that position we were just looking at, which is the ACLX position. So with that said, that's kind of what I'm looking at because like at this point I'm looking to get a couple of probably about 3 positions that are income generating positions to kind of diversify that to boost into next year to have something going on within the market because I kind of like to have like a reallocation or do like a buy with those funds weekly or have something planned for it or like build it up to something. The other thing, since we didn't have that much going on this week, that I wanted to talk about were some of the places that I do some of my crypto trading, or if you are new, that I recommend. Obviously, not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes, but these are the things that I personally use. When I started out on Coinbase. I high key recommend Gemini personally. It's a boring exchange. It'll probably have a few less tokens, but if you're just starting out, it's really easy to get linked up. They also have a really cool rewards credit card that they have that gives you different percentages based on buying categories, but you can get your rewards in Bitcoin, which I think is pretty awesome. I'm looking at redoing my credit card situation on my personal finance side and optimizing that, and I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to go about that because there's a couple of different things that I could do that would be beneficial as far as efficiently accruing my points because I pay my stuff off every month, but I don't know that I'm being as efficient as I could with my points to maximize them or whatever. So I'm looking at that, but this was pretty cool. I have been on the waiting list for this, and they recently sent my approval to go ahead and apply for it, so I've been mulling that over. The other exchange, and I'll have referral links down in the description for the video for those of you who are not already signed up and in the markets. If you want to do that, I'm pretty sure it gives a kickback on both ends of that. Like it gives you a startup bonus. They give you like probably some amount of money, which will also be in the description. And then it'll give me a kickback as well for the referral. So another way that you can support the channel. The other one that I use, which is more advanced and has a lot more options, is KuCoin. I love this exchange. I use it a lot. It has a bunch of really interesting and useful things. It is way more advanced. And with that, it's more complicated. But like once you get your feet under you, and if you're doing things, they have literally everything on here that you could possibly want. They do futures trading. They have bots. They have like a really cool gamified NFT place market thing going on in here, and it's got everything that I want to use as far as a centralized place. Like any of the centralized stuff that I do, it's normally here at this point. And yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up. And some closing commentary will liking, subscribing, and dropping me comments are all much appreciated. It helps get my videos out there, helps with the channel. These videos go public on Wednesdays. So when I get up on Wednesday, I make this public for the world. So if you're going to share it with friends, share it on Wednesday. Otherwise, if you are not in the bag chasers, you have to wait till Wednesday. If you're in the bag chasers, you get this on Sunday after I record it, which means you get it first. You've got all of the access to the videos first before everybody else. But on Wednesdays, if you guys feel like sharing it or it's something that you think that your networks would benefit from, feel free to share those videos with your friends, have them subscribe. Also, I finally got, I don't know how YouTube works. Obviously, I'm very not YouTube aware. I just kind of make these for the bag chasers, this specific video series, so whatever comes of it. But I have community tab access now, which was cool. I got it just the other day. So now I can share when I'm on panels. I'll be sharing other content creator stuff that I find useful or I think has value. So I will be posting. I'm going to be pretty as active as I can be within the YouTube space. Also, since this is where all my videos are going first. So keep an eye out for that. I've already started sharing some stuff, but like as I'm doing these panels, not this Thursday, but I'll be resuming next Thursday. I will be over on I Seen Your Little Podcasts panel. I host a panel over there on Thursday evenings where we talk finance and whatever else comes up. So that's another opportunity for people to have more access to me. It's a live stream also. So like we're doing rapid fire, having great conversations. I normally have a whole panel up and we're just talking live. It always ends up coming back to the money, but we talk about a bunch of fun stuff over there. It's a really interesting stream, and I think it's definitely worth taking a look at. So if you want to catch me over there live, Thursdays will be the day to do that. I'm outside of this Thursday, I will not be scheduling anything during that time frame, which is the rest of my day after I get off work. So Thursday is going to be the day to catch me over there on that podcast, on that stream. So with that said, I hope you guys have a great week, didn't fumble too many bags, and go into this week strong, make some good financial decisions. Until next week, we'll see you.